Hey everyone, this is the Trash to Cash podcast, episode 19. That's 1-9.
Oh wow.
And we got Dave here, the NC picker. We got Commonwealth picker Kevin over there, and we got Carrie, the American arbitrager, down
Yep.
below.
Arbitrage.
It is hat night, but I forgot my hat. So
Yeah, what's going on, dude?
I'm sorry, I didn't think
Did
of
you
it.
miss the memo? We sent a very explicit email to
Dang
you,
it.
man.
You guys didn't include me. And Carrie, as we always do, we start with our review of the latest Taco Bell item.
Oh, do we? Oh, you just ate Taco Bell again. Or has that just been sitting there for a week?
No, let me tell you. It's new.
I had a viewer tell me, and I totally forgot about it, and they reminded me. I had a viewer tell me they were watching your show or something, Dave, forever ago.
Yeah.
Saying that you guys were going to do that to me. You were going to do that to me.
Yeah.
And they saw, and they sent me a message, and the guy sent me a message back and said, "See, I told you so." But it was like a month and a half. I'm like, how am I supposed to remember this?
Yeah, that's right. We did talk about it in the show, didn't we?
It's the long play. All of our pranks are slowly built over time and perfected and thoroughly thought of.
Yeah, so I always put the maximal effort. Speaking of maximal effort, let's
Maximal,
talk
me
about
too,
our
all the
normal
time.
sponsor.
Into eBay.
Normal sponsor, Preparation
American
H.
Bubble Boy. Oh,
Exactly.
wait.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, American Bubble Boy. I mean, so we have been doing our best to promote Preparation H for months and months and months. They've never reached out. They've never talked to us.
Not once.
And while they offer a great product, recently we were reached out to by Tux medicated wipes.
Nice.
Okay, so here's the thing about these medicated cooling pads. They don't have that like jelly feeling.
Yeah.
It's actually a nice fresh feeling on your anus.
Smooth.
And so if you see me squirming,
it doesn't give you diarrhea at all.
yeah, if you see, we actually got the sponsorship after the Taco Bell. They saw that, they said, hey, you're going to need this. And if you see me squirming tonight, well, you won't because I have these. But if you see Carrie squirming, he's still using Preparation H.
We're thinking outside the bun. Which is the one thing I learned from working at Taco Bell is to think outside of the bun.
If you see me squirming, it's because of my terrible decision to be on a podcast.
It is true. It is true.
What's
you get
a horrible
reminded.
choice.
Yeah. Exactly. Your Opie Taylorness is not fitting in.
Hold up. The
is
reason Kevin joined the show is because he enjoyed it. Okay?
Yeah, true.
Let's be
it's
real.
actually true. It's very true.
So, yes, he knew what he was getting into, guys. He knew what he was getting into.
Where I laugh out loud. I'm laughing at you most of the time, but it's what it is. Those Tux pads work really well to get Sharpie marker off of items that from the
or on your butt.
Yeah,
that's
butt as well.
What Kevin said. That's why I have them, guys. That's why I have them. Not any other reason.
Tux. So good. So good.
No, it's funny when you move, like you find the most random crap, and Tina found these above the oven when she was cleaning out the kitchen tonight, and I was like, oh, I could use those.
Yeah.
For a bit.
I like that they were above the oven just in case. In case you're like cooking a pizza pie and you needed to whatever that does. I don't even know.
All I know is I have them. I don't really know why, but probably because of the hemorrhoids.
Put them on eBay. Put them on eBay.
Actually, I bet I could sell them on eBay.
Oh my god!
Seriously,
they're a Blistics brand, but they're expired.
Episode. Can't we save this to minute 112?
Okay,
we need to weed out the people who aren't serious about reselling at the very beginning.
Okay, so my store got turned off 2 days ago. Are your guys' store still active?
I mean, technically.
Okay.
Yes,
have you sold anything?
Yeah, they are.
Care Bear?
Yeah, man. I mean, I found something really good today. I don't know if Kevin was talking to me about it. I found a really nice vintage 1993 Michael Jordan Looney Tunes shirt for $2.
Single stitch.
Wow. Single stitch.
It is such a plant. It's too good of a find.
Dude, I
cannot
cannot
be a plant.
I'm not even joking about that. I'm not even joking about that. When I went into that thrift store, I just kind of walked by those shirts to get to the hats. And it was on the front of the rack, and I'm like, "There's no way this isn't." Yeah. No, there's no way this isn't like a Walmart one or McDonald's one.
Where you videoed that for your story, and I assume you're making a TikTok out of it.
Yeah,
you wouldn't. You'd be crazy. Where you found that in the video? That's where it was.
I swear that's where it was. I did, look at it, and then I went back and re-walked because I used my phone. But that's literally where it was on the rack. I swear.
You know what would have been really funny is when you backed up to re-walk, somebody got in there and just grabbed it.
I'm surprised that didn't happen. It was insane. It does. Somebody already said on the TikTok, which is doing really well, that it was staged and. I mean, I get that because that one does look almost too good to be true, but it legit happened.
No, seriously, I don't think it was staged, but I did think that Dawn found it because you don't typically look at clothes. That was an accidental find.
That was like I
He
just was
for jerseys.
I would if it was like 3 shirts back, I wouldn't have found it because I wouldn't have looked. It was just obvious. That simple.
As someone who makes a concerted effort to not consume your content, I miss this one. Sorry.
Yeah, you miss it. Thanks, man. That's
new.
Hurtful.
It's out pretty new. Well, for when we're recording, and would you have got like a Paul Correa shirt if you saw it right there? Would you got one of those?
Oh yeah, of course. Yeah, Paul Correa or Temu Solano.
Solani. Yeah. Oh, you're going way back.
Well, I'll tell you what, man. Growing up, my brothers, we were both in California around the same time. In the early '90s, my brothers were huge Kings fans. So I'm all about Rob Blake. Wayne Gretzky,
Alexei Zhitnik, Yari Curry,
Marty
Curry, McSorley.
Exactly. I always think of Yari Curry.
We're doing this just to get Dave.
I know. Well, we got to do this for Dave, but I always think of Yari Curry as a King and not an Oiler, which is weird, kind of sacrilege. But that's how I think of him.
For sure.
Hockey's like soccer, but it doesn't involve food.
For those of you on the podcast right now, since we're getting so big on the podcast, I have an Anaheim Angels hat on that a viewer sent me just to get a shout out.
Yep.
And Carrie has an Anaheim Mighty Ducks.
And I'm wearing a Dodgers thong.
Yep. That's true, man.
Hence the need for the Tux medicated wipes.
Nice.
Dave said, I should pull this picture. Wait a minute. I should pull this picture up that Dave sent.
You do that while I talk a little bit about Carrie's flub this week.
All right, what's his flub?
Oh, no.
I don't remember. I forgot.
I'm sure I had a few, honestly.
Your diarrhea. Your diarrhea, that's right. So Carrie had like a whole bunch of diarrhea talk in a highlight, and we just wanted to check on it.
I just
play with your diarrhea?
Yeah. I loved how just seamless the editing was. It was like it's almost like I said that.
I'm trying to get like really prestigious people on this show. I'm trying desperate, trying to get some real names to bring some credibility to this mess. And this is not helping. It's not helping.
Listen, if they want to be on our show, they have to be down with the sickness.
Exactly. It's true. We're MTV here. We might only be getting Pauly Shore's and whatever they do.
Eminem's back on the scene.
A lot of people are afraid to come here because they know it's not your typical softball stuff. It's going to be hardcore. I'm trying to get Kayla homeschool and pick her, and you guys are making it really, really hard. She's not coming on this.
The stuff Kayla says on her lives, she'd be fine here. She'd be fine.
Probably true. Y'all go over to Kayla's channel, homeschool and picker right there, and just barrage her with, when are you coming on?
When are you going?
Trash to catch.
Exactly.
So can I tell you what happened?
Premier podcast in the nation right now, I believe.
I've been kind of chronicling me trying to pack up my garage, right? And so, like, I procrastinated till the very end. Last night, I finally started packing it. Actually, the night before, and then I've been doing like little recording segments in between. And it's just so obviously that I'm failing every time I turn on the camera. All right, well, it's the next day, and I did nothing. Like, that's what keeps happening. And I was like, last night, I was like, okay, so tomorrow night, the night before the movers come, because they come tomorrow, guys. So, hence, like, why Tina's not super happy I'm recording a podcast right now.
Yeah.
The movers are coming tomorrow, and we're not fully packed. And so I was like, well, after work, because I had to go into the office, which is like a 40-minute drive. I had to go into the office. After work, I had to go pick up a U-Haul. But on the way, I had to pick up my wife's friend, who's going to drive our second car to Florida. Drive second car to Florida. Carrie's falling asleep if you can't see it, but some of you care. Anyway, so she was going to drive second car to Florida. I pick her up. We go to the U-Haul place. I get in this giant 26-foot U-Haul, which I'm a total wimp, and I'm like freaking out driving it. And I drive out of the parking lot, and I have to do a U-turn. And I end up doing a U-turn in like a yellow-lined highway-type road. But I did it as like a 40-point U-turn.
You know what would have helped?
Like in Austin Powers in the hallway? And he's
that
helped, Kevin.
What would have helped is if you would have done what I told you to do and have a garage sale and get rid of all that crap. It's not like you can't buy it up in 3 weeks down in Florida.
Seriously, you're like
Kevin,
in the top 10 celebrities in North Carolina.
It's my treasure.
Listen, I have problems
love my
too.
Stuff.
I get it. I have problems too. I just can't get rid of stuff I know I can make money on. I sold. You're not a golfer, Carrie. Have you ever golfed? You ever play golf?
Yeah, I've got a body for it. Yeah.
So, well, golf didn't. So in golf, you wear a glove. You wear one glove on one hand, and
I wear two.
Since you don't play or know anything about any sports at all, on that glove there's a little button, and that button you can take. It has no purpose whatsoever at all. It's just a button. You can take the button off. Well, it has a purpose, just not for the glove. and you put it on the green and you mark your ball so that somebody can putt and whatever. Mm-hmm. Well, I got a bunch of these things from that garage sale from the golf course when I did the Lost and Found Dale, and I pulled the buttons off of all the bad gloves and I sold the little buttons. $8.
Wow. Okay, so I'm driving, right? I do this 40-point turn, and all of a sudden, my wife's friend calls me.
Not good enough.
My wife calls me and says, "Hey, Laura, this is her friend's name, is stuck. She needs your help." Okay, and it's like a horrible highway. I can't really turn around. And I was like, "Oh my gosh, she needs my help." Yeah, your car won't start. So I pull over like 2 minutes later into this church, and I have to walk to go back to where I left her, right? And I have to run across the highway because I didn't feel like I could get the U-Haul back over there. And I get there and my car is just broken. It's just totally broken. Remember, this is the night I'm supposed to come home as fast as possible so I can pack the garage. And I go and like, it's doing that thing where you turn the key and the lights kind of dim, which means the battery, some issue with the battery. If you didn't know that about cars. So I open the hood and I see there's battery acid all over the terminals for the battery. And I was like, oh crap, okay, come with me. And I get her to follow me down the highway, across the highway, into the U-Haul, bring her to my house. Okay, then I have to go take my wife's car to Advanced Auto, get a battery, drive it 20 minutes back to the U-Haul place, replace my battery, bring that car back, and I got back at 9 p.m. Remember, I was supposed to pack all this up. We're recording this at 9:30 p.m., guys. And I was supposed to take apart the bed. I was supposed to pack all the televisions. I was supposed to pack my whole garage. And I've done nothing because of you, because of my dedication to the listener.
What I want to know out of that whole story is when you go to U-Haul and you, particularly you, Dave, have to rent a U-Haul, how much extra is a booster seat?
It comes with it.
It comes with the booster.
Yeah,
or do you just have to like manually do it with your hand?
No, they're inclusive, right? They are.
Why didn't you get one of the tow racks and put the car on the tow rack, and then you don't have to have somebody drive?
Kevin, I'm scared to drive the truck, let alone the truck towing a trailer.
Why don't you just leave the car and get a new car? You have the money.
I should have just burnt the car, filed an insurance claim. That's true. I didn't even think of that.
Yeah, just edit out this part and then do that.
Edit this part.
Or you could have burned it on. You could have lit it on fire for a YouTube video and just had it as a write-off for the YouTube video.
That's true.
Anyways, all that to say, I didn't accomplish what I wanted to, but I can fix the car when the battery breaks. So,
yeah. And you did accomplish losing us like 30 subscribers in the last 4 or 5 minutes, too.
That's true.
A lot of the comments and the reviews are all about how they're here for the NC Flipper. I saw at least one. At least one.
That is true. It's kind of like you see what you want to see.
Carrie's cheating on us, Dave. Did you know that? Carrie's cheating.
Dude, he is such a he's like the reselling bicycle. Everyone gets a ride.
He's he is everywhere. I saw him on Facebook.
I was live on Facebook
yesterday.
Wow, with who?
With a Thrifter Sifter.
With Matt. My
Atlanta.
I didn't get an invite.
I didn't either. He didn't even tell me. He does it behind our back.
He legit asked me like 30 minutes before, and I'm like,
he asked me too, Carrie. 40 minutes before, and I said no. I'm Carrie and Kevin are my only men.
Exclusive.
Well, I'm exclusive.
I don't think.
I don't even know.
It was late. I don't think any of your audience was even awake at that time, Kevin. They were too busy being one of the millions of people watching your fake VHS video that's blowing up over there on Facebook right now. It's just ridiculous. $1,000, $800, just making up funny numbers over there. That video was blowing up, though.
Speaking of, that video there before. They do like one rerun a week, like Dave.
Yeah,
I've never done that. I am getting so
what a loser
up over there. I mean, let me tell you, the comments are ridiculous. Did you see them? How come you're not chiming in and protecting me in those comments? Did you see some of those comments?
I should, but I just don't want to. That's the thing. Like, I don't have that. I got to just lay low. I don't have a big account like you or Thrifter Sifter. I have like 400 followers now, and I've got to be careful because I got to get that. I got to get monetized. Guys.
Harry is actually much bigger than either of us, and he always pretends like he's the little guy who's desperate for some buy me a coffee so he can buy a Rolo. This dude reaches out to Rolo and says, "Hey, I'm interested in a wireless printer." They're like, "Have one, buddy. And here, have some money too."
You guys were right. You said you could just ask and they'll give you one, and they legit did.
And you know what they did when I asked, Carrie? They ignored me. And you know what they did when I asked on Instagram? They still ignored me.
Just give it time. Give it time. Let me get in there.
Dave, all they do is they click on it and they look, okay, 4,000 followers on Instagram. No, we're not even replying.
Yeah, is he even on Instagram? Is he even on Instagram? Sometimes I wonder that.
Okay, you know what? Someone actually put a comment below and said they wanted to find my Instagram but couldn't find it. So maybe we need to add our Insta links in the
that would be a great
notes.
idea. Great idea. You know what else would be a good idea? Talking a little bit about reselling, since we're talking to resellers. Maybe every once,
I feel like we're mostly just talking to people who are just into us.
Carrie's given us a great bolo already.
Okay,
Dave has basically retired from reselling.
He is. He's done.
And
dude, I had a ton of great sales this week though. Like on Monday I had like 400 in sales, and Tuesday I had like 680 in sales. And my store got turned off the next day, and I still the next day had another 200 in sales. So I've done like $1,000 plus in 3 days with my store off for half.
And you only spent $3,000 to make that.
No, I spent okay. So I sold a printer that was worth $332. That was a big one. And everyone was asking how I ship my lava lamps. I usually use USPS shoe boxes. Actually.
Shoebox, two
shoe boxes. Yep, and I stack them and I wrap the actual glass separately from the metal pieces.
I hand deliver because I care about my customers.
He actually does do that, Kevin. He'll drive to Vegas with
tapes
furniture.
the label on himself while he goes, so that
I will.
So I sold since you got it, and I've got this written down here. So Carrie, have you ever sold cologne?
Yes, I have.
Stuff like that,
Yeah, of course, yeah.
Like, I sold one that I picked up at the same house where I got that VHS, exact same house. Nice. And I sold it for I didn't even know. I just started gobbling up, all the cologne there. Well, it was crazy money for some of this cologne. This one went for $100 plus shipping. I never heard of it. Some kind of French cologne.
Well, discontinued cologne and perfumes are big money because you can't get them anywhere except eBay. And it's a big bolo for sure. I mean, I would love to find some vintage Michael Jordan cologne. That stuff would be dope. I'd love to find it. I just don't want to pay for it. I want to find it at a garage sale.
I think that would be a good merch idea too. Aude Carrie, right?
Aude Carrie.
Scent of Kevin.
Yeah, the scent of Kevin, brought to you by Dave.
Not packaged with an enema.
All of us with like long flowing hair and just a hint of nip for each of us.
Ooh, a little nip showing. Right.
Oh, gosh. No clamps or no clamps.
Hey, I did look up these Tux medicated wipes, guys. They sell for $15 on eBay, free shipping.
Free shipping. So how much do they weigh? Like 3 pounds?
Like a pound.
You're gonna lose
money,
dude.
$4 selling those.
You will make $4.
Harry, we should get. There's a T-shirt company who sent me a bunch of stuff, which I've got to say something about them. But I think they're trying to get a cheap shout out, But they're really cool and they're teachers, so I'm going to support them. But I'm going to ask them if they'll make an American Arbitrage like Fabio style T-shirt.
Oh, please!
I think you could sell that. You could sell yourself as Fabio. You could get that.
I had one of those commissioned for our house a couple Valentine's days ago. So we have one. It was just a photo shoot. It was
George Costanza's.
Exactly.
But I paid $15 for that $330 printer. So that was a good profit. Yeah.
Do you have a shell necklace on, Carrie?
Oh no. I'm not that big of a tool. Don't worry.
Have you guys been reading the iTunes reviews of our show? Can I read you a couple? Let me read you. They're so glorious. I love them.
Try to live my life, but go ahead.
Okay. Kevin makes the show gooder from Brandon LG Brandon Esquire. Silly talk
Brandon.
With an impressive mix of shilling and Harry Tornado criticism makes for an entertaining and informative podcast with a couple of great resellers and this rando lagoric named Dave. I don't know what that word means. Lagoric. Named Dave. Thank goodness for Kevin bringing a small amount of order and sanity to the show. Let's look up Lagoric, because that's what I am. Lagoric.
Yeah, let's look that up. Lagoric?
Yeah, it says pertaining to excessively talkative.
That's about right.
That's about right. Okay. 5 stars for Kevin. Not a lot of reselling content, but more since Kevin joined. If it weren't for him, I would have given up on finding anything useful about this podcast.
I have a list, y'all. I have 3 different lists here. I have like eBay bolos, reselling topics, and like YouTube nonsense, right? Each week, my YouTube nonsense, TikTok nonsense, the list gets shorter and shorter because you guys supply that and the other lists get longer. The problem is we never get to any of the things on the list.
I don't want to bore people by reading these, but I'm going to read a few more because they're that good. This one's title is Nitro Chalupa. Kevin is the only reason the show is good. The other guys, Nitro Chalupa Picker and American Arbit Carry, know nothing about reselling. I have listened to every episode, and my eBay sales have actually dropped since I started.
Congratulations. Well done. Good use of your time.
I'm trying to help them, guys. Carrie started to pick up VHS every now and again.
Yeah,
since KB came along, I can't wait for the podcast release. Those other 2 guys, TikTok King and Whatnot Guy, are okay though. But I do think they are geniuses by hopping on the CWP train.
That's true.
Yeah, we get credit for that a lot, Carrie. We do.
So
get credit for that.
Is this like cathartic for you, or is this like depressing? I mean, do you enjoy
this makes me. I was cracking up. My wife was like, "What are you laughing?" I said, "I love our viewers."
I know it's awesome. It's awesome.
Save Kevin.
I'm just glad they realize how terrible the podcast is because I'm so sick of telling them.
Yeah,
this is not a good use of your time.
Yeah,
and let me tell you,
we don't even have to try.
We have sponsors starting to line up. It's not just American Bubble Boy, y'all. Which y'all
need
to go click that link if you like this nonsense.
You got to understand.
No, we have legitimate ones. I will tell you this, Carrie. You need to just hush for a minute because I'm mad at you. So we had an appointment with a legitimate sponsor.
This happened.
We had an appointment, and I'm like, "This is, they're going to offer us like real money for why I don't know why anybody wants to sponsor it because the views are going up on all platforms amazingly." And you know who doesn't show up for the meeting?
Carrie.
American Arbitrage. I call him up after the meeting. You know where he's at? He's at the thrift store.
Look. I'm Rob Lowe, you're Chad Lowe. I'm just going to be the one that's just going to be, just not controllable. I'm just kidding. I'm joking. No, I honestly felt terrible about that. And you know that. And once again, you didn't bait me with the In-N-Out shirt today. This time you just went straight for me, which I appreciate and respect. What does that say? Oh, Goonies. Goonies never say die.
Kevin's showing his shirt.
That's true.
I was trying to show with the clamps, but they're getting caught.
You want to do a quick truffle shuffle for the people?
Yes, please do. That would be an awesome highlight, Kevin.
That would be.
I think do
it for the gram.
Do more appropriate for that.
Yeah.
Is
that a fat joke, Kevin? Shuffle. Wow, fat jokes. You hear that, Carrie? Ooh.
I'm big boned. I can't control it.
Yeah, I'm big.
It seems like whenever I eat and I stop eating, it's just hard. I don't know.
Here's the thing. I've been eating a lot of Taco Bell. I've had Taco Bell 3 times since our last show. So I think they're putting some sort of crack in it because I can't stop.
Dude,
Kevin's joking.
I'm sorry. Sorry.
The coughing is great content.
Yeah, it is, man. Come on.
It's better than heavy breathing on some podcasts. Hey, have you noticed we put a podcast out of business? Did you know we put up there's one podcast that hasn't put anything out since.
Was that like the Triple Threat podcast?
Yeah. Dude, but they're never consistent. I love their show when they do it, but they're never super consistent. And so
we can't have. Come on, guys. We can't have a rival or a vendetta if you guys aren't willing to come to the schoolyard with your patty wax and your whatever. I don't know.
A copyright strike for Taco Bell. One podcast wanted to copy. They want the revenue for the Taco Bell.
That's true. That's true. They can't stop the train. It's already making more money than my channel. This one.
Dave, have you ever sold a VHS ever? Did you sell worthless CDs and DVDs?
Yeah.
No, I've sold the Little Mermaid one with the wiener on the front. On the castle.
So like
and I actually have that
poster
too. Yes,
$8 plus shipping.
Yeah, I have the poster too right here.
Oh, wait, we might get copyrighted for this here. Not copyrighted.
Just for showing a Little Mermaid poster?
Let me try to block it. Wait, no, that doesn't work.
I think it's the one.
This is great for the people listening.
I'm showing the poster of Little Mermaid, but I don't think. Oh, it is actually the inappropriate one. Never mind. Don't look at that.
It's okay. You can edit that out.
Edit that out. Yeah. I didn't think it actually had the weird castle.
You know, I re-put out that Beanie Baby one. I told you that last week, and I've got so many helpful hints telling me how I'm wrong on there. They're they're like, hey, you need to start looking up comps on eBay. You know, sold comps. Don't you know what you're doing? Like, no. Thanks for I just did a Lonnie. Thanks for the tip. That was it.
Yep. That's true, man. Nothing brings out the haters or the people who want to correct you quite like a vintage, beautiful Beanie Baby video. Every time I do a Beanie Baby video, and it's usually the same one over and over again, they always come out and say, "There, guys, look at the sold comps and all that stuff." Yeah.
So, Carrie, you probably know a little bit. You know Mega Man. Do you know Mega Man?
Oh yeah, dude, I love that game.
Dave, do you know Mega Man?
Yes, I know Mega Man.
Okay.
I used to sell the game all the time, Kevin. On
He's
the
a nerd.
Wii.
He's a big nerd.
The viewers say that you don't know what you're doing. So,
Kev, you ever heard of the Lone Ranger?
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I've heard of Lone Ranger.
Yeah, he's met him.
I picked your time era like you picked my time era.
Gene Autry, I've met.
Dale Evans or Gene Autry, Kevin? Which one?
Dale Evans, I've met. Gene Autry and Roy Rogers.
Gene Autry.
Yeah,
the Angels right there.
Yeah.
Really?
Gene Autry on the Angels,
Wow. Hey, we need to pick a winner from the reviews, guys. Talk about Mega Man first, and then we'll talk about that. Actually, you can look at it later. Say,
I sold a used VHS, a Mega Man VHS. It wasn't that much, $18 plus shipping, but I did sell a used VHS. Not that you care,
Kevin.
Yeah, but I mean that's
better than the crap Dave sells.
That's true. Dave,
crap.
Is
hey,
terrible.
Carrie, have you still been doing the Whatnot auctions?
Have I what? Huh?
The Whatnot auctions. You still been doing them?
Oh yeah, occasionally here and there.
Couple this week. Yeah.
No, I got a.
But you're not really doing much. You're not doing many action figures. It seems more like just random garbage.
Well, I mean, I call it quality collectibles and
Reselling. That's it. Whatnot is turning into get rid of my crap. There's a couple people doing it right, y'all.
Gary.
Look, in my defense, I'm just selling stuff, man. That's what I do. But I haven't been able to find. I can't find action figures at a good price right now at thrift stores. So that's like a summer thing. I'm pretty sure I'll have some good ones in the summer, though.
I have 2 tubs. Actually, and I don't know if I'm ever going to sell them Whatnot, but I have 2 tubs full of action figures, and I just put them in a special place, and I put WN on them and put them up in the top of my little raft.
I guarantee you within a year, you're probably sooner than a year. Because
I tell people
a couple weeks ago, you're never. Now it's like, if I ever, next podcast, it's like, I signed up, guys. Can you put in a good word? And we won't. We're not going to do it.
I don't need Dave's help.
Kevin, I made a big mistake, and I wonder if you've ever made it. I talked to Carrie about this, but I haven't talked to you about this.
Started a TikTok?
Sealed PC game, PC game, The Elder Scrolls 3 Morrowind, big box edition from 2002.
It's a good one. Right? I like Morrowind.
Completely sealed, right? And the sold comps were right around $300 plus. Yep. Okay, I got it for a pittance, like $1, something like that, and I list it for $3.99. And I had it on sale like 10% off, so it was like showing up as whatever 10% off as $40 off, $3.59. And I was like, oh, I'm gonna send out offers because someone's watching it. So I sent out a 10% offer. But what actually happened is I didn't send out a 10% offer. I sent out a $10 offer for this game, and the guy bought it immediately. So I called Carrie and I said, Carrie, what would you do if you did that? So Kevin, what would you do? Would you cancel?
All right, I'm trying to remember, and I don't want to sit here and think because I'm old and it takes a while to get the things.
I can see the smoke coming out your ears.
Mm-hmm. And I'm trying to remember. I did this with an item, and I don't remember what the item was, but I listed it by an entire digit, just like not like
by a 0.
I don't know what it was. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And I know what it was. I put it on auction. I was going to put it on auction. Right, and it was going to go for hundreds of dollars. I mean, it's a pretty good auction. I can't remember why I did it, but I don't do auctions very often. And I accidentally put 99 cents buy it now instead of an auction. It was a really good one. I can't remember. I did a video about it, actually, and it kind of wanted to get the feedback of the people. Fortunately for me, it was a viewer who bought it. And they were like, hey, I don't know if you meant to do this or whatever, when I finally started digging into it. And I think they let me have it back or something. And I told them, like, I'll give it to you. I sent them a bunch of merch or something.
What would you do
instead.
if it hadn't been a viewer?
Remember. I think, all right, so I'll probably take heat from this, but I doubt it if a bunch of resellers do this. You know what? I think in that case, because it was such a discrepancy and because buyers are allowed to back out of a deal, I think morally and ethically, I think I would have backed out of that deal.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Actually, that did remind me when John Cincinnati Picker did that April Fool's thing where he had his wife pull his orders. Did you see that one? And she like was like, "All right, I listed them all for 99 cents. Buy it now," and they all sold really fast.
Yep.
That was really funny. But no, okay. So let me finish.
Not as funny as the Brony one. Did you see the Brony one?
Oh, I don't think I saw the Brony.
Oh,
one.
you got to go back and
that
watch the
John
Brony.
Too?
Yeah, he's a
Cincinnati Picker, guys. He's on YouTube. He's
on
up and
YouTube.
comer.
He's got
gonna
a
get
terrible
there.
channel, according to Carrie, that's falling apart.
Well, Carrie just has a personal vendetta with John.
Yeah, that's the thing.
He is crushing you, by the way, on Whatnot. I mean, he's putting out more content on Whatnot.
He's doing a Whatnot auction as we speak. That dude's on fire right now on Whatnot, for real.
I'm loving it.
But
okay, so finish the story. Finish the story, because people want to know how it ends.
I guess.
So right after this guy buys it for $10, free shipping, mind you, 3-pound item. So negative
so
dollars.
We're losing money.
He messages me and he's like, "Hey, I'm pretty sure this was a mistake, but I'm excited to add it to my collection."
Wasn't a viewer, was it?
No, it wasn't a viewer. So I messaged him. I said, "Listen, it was a mistake. I really think I need to cancel. I'm sorry. You said you wanted it. What's a price you'd be willing to pay that's reasonable?"
Cut him a really good
deal,
yeah.
And he said, now remember, I had it listed at like $3.99, 10% off. He said, "I'd give you $200 for it." And I said, "Make me an offer of $150 and I'll accept it." $150.
Oh, great,
crazy good
That's
deal.
Good. Yeah.
And for me, it's like, okay, I paid $1. That's fine. I mean, and he was super excited because he thinks it's an amazing deal. It is an amazing deal for what it is. So it worked out.
I'm going to ask the viewers to give their input down there because I'm curious to see what they'd say. And some of them will probably, troll you a little bit. But I did, this is not the same mistake, but I did a Guitar Hero guitar. I don't even know which one it was. It wasn't one of the good ones, right? $19, I thought plus shipping, but it was free shipping. And somebody bought it, and I'm like, whatever. I just shipped it out, right? But if it's, we're talking hundreds and hundreds of dollars, it's a little bit different here. Mm-hmm. And so I still made like $3 on the deal. But
I've done that where I've like basically broken even because I screwed up the shipping. I've definitely done that. There's also been a time where I didn't do that and I got a negative feedback. I sold this like vintage clock that I've got it over there, but I think it was like a barn feed one. It's an antique, really nice. Listed it for $40. Buy it now, and it sold instantly. And I had done free shipping, and because of its shape, when I went to do the shipping, because it was going to like California, it ended up being $48 to ship it. And I sold it for $40 free shipping, and I was like, I don't want to deal with this. So
what a fool!
And he gave me negative feedback instantly.
Here's the thing. In all honesty, what I always try to protect, and we'll have some real serious eBay talk here. I'm always about protecting whether I cancel things or not. You never want to cancel anything on eBay. That's a bad look, and that will get you in actual trouble on eBay. Dave had a bunch of DVDs that mysteriously got listed. I don't know if I buy it, but that's what happened. He had to cancel a lot of them. But the truth is, you want to protect that. Negatives, I don't think matter that much. I mean, how many do you have at this point, Dave? Like 3. You're getting 3 a week, though, right?
I have 3 total.
I'm obsessive, and I have trained myself to not be obsessive. I have one right now, and it was given to me in a different language. And I just like, you know what? I'm just going to leave it there.
Translate it, Kev? What's it mean?
I don't know. I'm sure I can't translate. Carrie could translate it.
Probably, yeah.
And oh boy, now you're gonna rip me on there. Somebody's like, oh.
Yeah, let's go deep dive into Kevin's feedback.
His enema wasn't real.
It didn't get things moving.
Kevin, did you like that I've kind of like really coined this new term for the enema as the Kevinma?
I don't like that now.
Yeah, I think.
No. I don't like that at all now.
Yeah.
That's not good.
Matter of fact, I edited out the shout out that I just gave you on my channel because of it. So.
Good. Ow.
And hey, actually, while we're recording this, the shout out should have come earlier, but somebody, my wife, she's not here, I can say that, accidentally took my phone, which had that footage. So I have a video that's delayed. Carrie, you asked when we post videos last time. One was supposed to go out today, giving Dave here a nice little shout out, but didn't happen. Oh, and you're on there too. You're the shameless viewer who gave me this Angels hat, which, by the way, this is a stadium giveaway, and it's about collagen. Are you saying something?
I'm saying that you need some fillers, dude. I'm just
saying, collagen peptides. Hey, actually, that's a bolo right there. If you find collagen peptides, they do sell decent on eBay.
Yeah,
especially Rodan and Fields.
Rodan and Fields, and also McGillicuddy.
Kevin, you want to know what it says? I'm going to tell you what your negative feedback says. The product arrived, but it did not work. Needed to return it.
Okay. Yeah. So here you go.
Another language. You see how it kind of avoids things through lies?
It was a Denon amp. It was a Denon amp.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Oh, did you translate it, or how did you do it?
I Google translated it.
And let me tell you, and I actually wanted to make an episode about this for the Flipper channel, but we'll just do it right here. Waste all my good content on you. So I've done this a lot lately with electronics. 3 of the last 6 things I got back, or I didn't get back. They wanted to return them. And I test everything. I test all my electronics. And I'm like, hey, okay, send it back. And then 2 of the 3 times they were begging for, partial refund. And I didn't even respond. You know how many came back? Zip. None of them came back.
Yeah, they never send them back. It's weird.
None of them.
You know how Kevin just said he's going to waste the good content on us? Last week, I did a quote from Happy Gilmore, and everyone did a really good job guessing it in the comments below. I've got a different quote this week based on Kevin's "We wasted the good content on you." We wasted the good surprise on you. Okay? It's a movie from the 90s. We wasted the good surprise on you. Comment below if you know that one.
Are we supposed to guess?
No, you're not going to get it. You don't know any movie line.
Yeah, that's true. I was going to go Babe. I love that movie. It's about the little pig. Yeah, that was a good one.
I might have misquoted it, too. I'm a little concerned.
Oh, okay. What? Yeah, you can't misquote
I think I got it
something.
right. I think I got it right. Talk amongst yourselves. I'm going to check.
All right. We'll talk. Do you have any movie quote? I'll give you a movie quote right here. Okay. This is YouTube gold here. All right, this is Bull Durham. I shouldn't have said that. You would have got it. Dave's back.
Okay.
I believe in the when they asked Kevin Costner what he believes in, Susan Sarandon, he says, "I believe in the mind, the soul, the evening, the dawn, dawn. There you go. Small of a woman's back, high fiber, good scotch. That the novels of Susan Sontag is self-indulgent, overrated crap. I believe that Lee Harvey Oswald acted alone. The sweet spot, softcore pornography, opening your presents Christmas morning rather than Christmas Eve. I believe in long, slow, deep, soft, wet kisses that last 3 days."
See, that's going to work on your wife, but it's not going to work on us, dude.
I thought you were my guy here, Dave.
I've heard that already. First off, you're using one of your quotes from, I swear that was from a video we've seen, like it was actually in a Flipper episode.
It was.
Yeah, I do remember that.
I put it at the end.
I cried. I remember. I'm like, that's beautiful.
This right here, I'm going to see if Paul the Philly Flipper is watching. This is a first edition Charizard.
You hear that?
Anyways, so what else are we talking about?
Wait a minute. That's a long video.
You ripped it, guys. If you're on the audio podcast, you should be on the visual one because
we're dancing, we're singing.
The podcast, yeah. It's
meow.
It's a different genre.
When Shed Flips, I can't remember what it was. He took a video game worth a bunch of money and just like hammered it or something.
No.
Slammed it or something. Yeah.
Just buried it in the desert with all those ET Atari games.
Obviously, that wasn't a Charizard since they're worth like $100,000.
I know. Dave has a lot of money, but not that kind of money.
It was a 2017 Pikachu. It had no value. I don't.
You don't know that actually.
It's the kind of crap Paul sells on whatnot.
Exactly.
Yeah. Exactly.
I'm above that.
I saw
just nothing but plushes right now.
It's so bad.
So here's a little inside stuff here. So Matt, part-time, he always sends me boxes of crap that he wants to get rid of because he's too cheap to get rid of it like us, and so he gives it to me and he makes you feel okay about yourself. So I just took the box he sent me and I sent it to Paul. Good.
Nice. There you go.
Although he did send me, hey, check this out. Look what I got. You talk about valuable here. I should get this graded. I have a part-time picker hat here. This is a K Products hat.
Oh,
and so I saw that on your Instagram. I saw that. Yeah.
Instagram. Yeah.
Instant.
I saw it on his. I saw it on his MySpace.
He's like, you can auction it off or give it away. I'm like, I'm not giving this away. Are you kidding me? Look, I got the letter of authenticity right here too. Oh, wow. This is going to go someday for a lot of money.
I really think the winner has to be LG Brandon Esquire with his Kevin Makes the Show Gooder. Silly talk with a mix of impressive shilling and Harry Tornado criticism.
Yeah,
and he called me a logaric, which is good. I like that. So LG Brandon Esquire, email us and we'll get you your Kevin sent out.
Yeah.
Email Dave.
Email me and I'll get that sent
because he has time.
And I bought it from Kevin and he didn't know my name. So,
That's true. That's true.
Oh my gosh!
And those are somewhere in these boxes. Check this out. Check this. I mean, you guys who are listening, there's a whole bunch of boxes next to me that are packed up. See, I did do some stuff. That whole area is empty on the right side there. Well done. And yeah.
And this is great podcast content.
I know.
All right,
I
Reagan,
said
for you podcasters, Reagan's in the picture here.
Hi, Reagan.
Hello, Reagan.
Reagan did all the shipping yesterday with a couple other folks. About how many Enema Men did you send out?
I don't know.
183. 183.
Wow.
Hey, the post office cracked down on me, by the way.
Really?
And this is a topic for a video too this week. So the post office, my dad takes stuff to the post office a couple times a week for me because they got to go to a doctor appointment or whatever. I'm like, hey, take it, great. And so he goes in there and he's got like 8 bags of stuff, like 6 bags of merch that's going out and a couple big bags of eBay stuff. And
this is the unrelatable part of our podcast. Go on,
please. All right. Well, whatever. All right. So he goes in there and the lady says, we're not going to take this stuff anymore unless it has the manifest, the print. I don't know what do you call them, scan sheet or something.
Form. Yeah, scan form, yeah.
And so he comes back, and she's told me that before. I'm like, no, I'm like, I can't do that for a couple reasons. And I'm like, I felt like saying, just do your job and I'll do mine. But I just can't, I've got too much Utah.
I'm sure there's a Karen video out there of Kevin just really just.
You'll take it and you'll do your job.
You will do what you.
I said I felt like saying it. I just can't say it. I'm like, okay, whatever. But I can't. First of all, they're on 2 different platforms, right? So and I don't even know how to do it on Pirate Ship. I'm sure you can somehow, but I don't know how to do it. Yeah. But I don't have a printer. I literally don't have a printer in my house. I have a thermal printer. I don't think you can do those things on thermal.
No, you need a real printer for that. Yes.
And I told her, I'm like, hey, what I would really like and make your job a lot easier. This is my nice way of saying I'm not going to do that. Was if you could get the pickup, do the pickup because they're supposed to pick up. But every time I've done it, 2 of the 3 times I did it, they never showed up. And so you can't depend on them. I'm like, Lee. So do you do pickup day?
Yeah, sort of. I just put it next to my mailbox and hope for the best.
Yeah.
Okay.
My mailman lives 5 doors down, so but I'm about to move, so I'm about to lose that privilege. But
I do
was
pick
nice.
up. The only thing about my pickup is I have to bring it to the post office and drop it off there. But from the counter to the back of the post office, they usually will handle.
Do you do a manifest sheet or anything?
Oh, I don't know. I don't sell nearly as much. I'm not doing 800.
I mean, this lady was
worthless plushes. By the way, I was wondering. Man, there's going to be in like 20 years. There's going to be a landfill just dedicated.
No.
Don't take this the wrong way, Kevin, but just all the garbage that you're selling. Like all these NMNs.
Don't take this the wrong way. How's the right way to take this?
I'm just kidding. I love that stuff. I have it right here. It's lucky.
And it's I joke about this stuff like this, but I mentioned this on another show. There's no common culture today. There's very little common culture. And so these little niches like this, 10 years from now, there's not many. I mean, this is one of 2 right now. I'm telling you, there's going to be small, little tiny little groups of collectibles and stuff that'll have value. And you're going to have to look up everything because there's going to be so many of them out there.
There's going to be tens and thousands of trashers because I think that's probably what we're going to call our followers is trashers or cashers. I'm just going to go with trashers or trashies. And we're going to have conventions. We're going to have fireworks. It's going to be like that show, the Royal Gemstones or whatever, the Righteous Gemstones. We're going to have all sorts of singing. It's going to be awesome.
I have no idea what we've been talking about.
So,
I could tell you zoned out. Yeah.
I was reading comments on YouTube.
A lot of Josh. And there was the 3 Joshes. Did you ever watch the 3 Joshes? The podcast they did in the morning.
Drake and Josh on Nickelodeon.
Yeah. No, it was a lot of Josh, and it was a Harry Tornado.
Yeah,
the other 2 Joshes.
It was one of the bearded guys who does Arbitrage.
Oshkosh Bajosh.
No, you didn't watch this, Dave. Of course not. Dave doesn't know anything about any
Who dis?
OG research. All right, and they had mugs. I remember they sold mugs. There's probably like 12 of those mugs out there. It's probably got some.
We should do trash can mugs that like or like
that's a good idea.
Yeah, but they like
can mugs.
Exactly, but there's like holes in it, like a trash can, so it doesn't actually hold any liquid. I think
that's
like
brilliant. You showing up for a meeting, a little bit of a leaky vessel.
To be honest, though, we're probably going to get that deal in no small part to the fact that I didn't.
You did not show up. That's true. Actually,
I just want to say that if we get that deal,
it's 4-dimensional chess, Kevin. 4-dimensional chess.
I did initiate that deal. I'm just saying, if we get it, I added a little bit of value to the show.
I have a deal coming down the pipeline too, guys, that I am figuring out. So just
speaking of a deal, we need
wait to buy
the one sponsor we have right now, American Bubble Boy. You all need to
bubble
use
wrap.
that link. You got to use that link. Carrie is on
bubble wrap
board, by the way.
I'll tell you a bubble wrap story.
A Bubble Boy believer.
Yeah, I got one person buying a bubble thing from my link, and I made $5, I think. So you know what I'm going to do with that $5? Yeah, I'm going to save up till I can buy some bubble wrap. It's going to be awesome.
Wow, way to spoil it, Care Bear. Now we know how much you make in affiliate Mundos.
Yeah, I know. I'm selling
and I'll just say, Dave, and you can tell your story in just a second because they just drag on incessantly.
I know.
We don't have enough time.
I have a whole channel for telling stories, really.
I can just tell you, Bubble Boy got on the ground floor because these other people who are lining up, they're ponying up.
They are. There's some real cash being thrown around. I'm talking coupons, some of which may be expired, but we're not going to double check. They're just mailing us in a good old envelope, just a bunch of coupons. We don't care what they're for.
Well, I got 300 for Red Robin kids meals. You have to buy an adult meal, but if you do, you get a Red Robin kid meal.
Just got to get there before March 2012.
Yeah,
got a couple more reselling topics, Dave. So get your dumb story.
Well, no, I was just gonna say about bubble wrap. I was like wrapping all the crap on my top shelves in bubble wrap, and I happened to have 2 rolls. One roll that was from ABB, American Bubble Boy. Yeah, that's right, ABB, and the other was from EBAY, just eBay random dude.
Okay.
And I'll say the perforations every 12 inches were pretty nice.
Pretty nice,
American
guys.
Bubble Boy.
Exactly. Every
pretty
12
nice.
Perforations, guys. You could basically bring apart. I don't know what I'm saying, but it sounds good.
I think you're talking about your diarrhea again. No, but listen, American Bubble Boy's got like pre-done lines. It's super easy to get little sheets of it, and it was really nice to wrap stuff with. And when I ran out of it, I was sad, literally sad.
American Bubble Boy is the only bubble wrap that I will ever use that I will admit to using on this podcast. Period, guys. I won't. Yeah.
Period.
Absolutely.
Period.
And there's so many uses for it.
Until
My
the
daughter
check
wrapped some
runs out.
posters in it.
Exactly. Then we will move on to a different bubble wrap company. Yes.
My wife is going out to drop off her friend at the broken car. Okay, that I fixed.
Okay.
She's on her way out to take.
Oh, we still on that one?
Divorce and to find.
She's gonna drive by Taco Bell. Do I need a second chalupa?
No.
Wait, did you have a chalupa box or just a single sad chalupa?
I had a chalupa with a taco. It was like a box.
And a drink. It was like a box
Blast.
or it was a box because there's a.
They didn't give me the box. They used to give the box, but now they don't. They just put it all in a bag.
You're stress eating, aren't you?
Dude, I am. There's no doubt. Like because we packed all our silverware, so I'm just like eating fast.
Do you have a
all
house,
the time.
Dave? Do you have a house?
No, I don't have a house. And so Kevin was surprised when I said we were recording the podcast tonight. He said, I thought we were doing it Sunday. I said, I won't have a home on Sunday.
I know. Kevin let me put my sticker on his cabin.
Yeah.
That's right.
I'm going to sleep in the cabin.
Yes, Dave, you are more than welcome to come sleep in the cabin.
Exactly.
Actually, the next cabin, which you joke about, I am going to have a sleeping area. One person.
Ooh,
but I'm going to have an
Chateau
area.
de Kevin?
Yeah. Don't tell Paul.
It's going to be a romantic Airbnb for resellers.
Ukrainians.
Dude, that'd be great content, Kevin, if you had someone renting out like the top little shelf to sleep on. You're like recording your video and he like wakes up and scratches his butt.
Yes. You can come, you can spend the night, you get an enema.
Oh, you're recording?
An enema and a cot.
You mind if I vape? TikTok changes terms of services. You're not allowed to vape when you do lives anymore, Kevin.
Yeah, I know. I'm
really?
Done. Yeah.
No more vaping from me, guys. I'm done vaping on a live. You're gonna have, if you want to see me vaping, you're gonna have to go on Periscope or MySpace because that's the only place I can vape right now, guys.
And Kevin's screwed because you're not allowed to do overly sensual content anymore.
How could he even be on screen?
That's true. Hey, I did a video one time, and it was the hottest reseller or the hottest seller on eBay. That was the name of the video. The hottest seller on eBay.
Who was it about, Josh?
No, it was about the Inaman. It was selling. This is like 2 years ago when it was going like 25 a day. and people took it as me saying I was the hottest seller on eBay. And they were just tearing me apart in the comments.
Why were they tearing you apart?
Although,
speaking
truth.
Exactly, man. If
my
there
wife
was
thinks you're the hottest on eBay, on YouTube. I
Tucker
actually got
upper.
a comment on my video today that said, Miss NC Picker is fire, right? And so I went like hot. And I went and I watched the video. It doesn't show her face at all. I think they were looking at her body. Inappropriate.
Well, that's the thing. Like, we both have nicknames for our wives and girlfriends. That mine's Lady Arbitrage, that Blue Ridge Mama, and then is it just your wife, Tina, or do you have a nickname for your wife?
Yeah, it's just
Tuna.
your wife.
We call her
Tina.
Tuna.
It's just my wife.
Tuna.
Big Tuna. She loves the office. Loves the office.
What does Matt call it? Kayla's is the assistant. What does Matt? Babe? He calls her Babe all the time, right?
Babe. Hey, babe. You know, I've got
the
a really...
wife? I don't know.
A little 2 weeks ago, someone went in and they put hate comments on like all my videos.
I'm sorry.
I get this one a lot, Kevin. So every now and then I go to a yard sale, and Carrie doesn't go to many yard sales. He goes like 10 a year because he lives in the tundra.
Dude,
but listen, I know. So, but every now and then I'll go to a yard sale and buy something for myself or for my kids or for my nephew or my niece or all the time, right? Like
never bought me nothing
to get stuff.
Well, yeah,
right?
you have actually.
And so like I'll talk. Yeah, I bought stuff for my friend Carrie, right? And so like, but I'll say that to the seller, and the people watching the video never believe me. He's such a liar. He's not buying it for his niece. He's not buying it for his friend.
At the end. I'll put the comps at the end, like I was like, oh, Reagan loves these. This is a Harry Potter thing or something.
Yep.
And I put the comps at the end of the video, and they're like, oh, you sold. I'm like, that's not my sold. I mean, some of them are, but that wasn't my sold. I'm like, I really did give it. I felt like taking a picture of it on that Christmas tree or something, an ornament. Yeah. They don't believe
that irritates me because they're just like, this guy said, okay, watching this video reminding me of dealing with a car salesman. Your niece, LOL. And the guy responds, yeah, it's super annoying. Most people don't remind that you're reselling, and be honest. This guy always lies and says he's buying it for someone else.
Mm-hmm.
But when I say that, I'm buying it for someone else.
Every single video.
Every time. Everything you pick up, oh, my great-grandmother would love it.
Yeah, every single item I buy. Yep. Wow, dude, this guy is like, someone's hate commenting as we speak. All caps. Every comment he says. He's making fun of my lisp. That's cool. Thank you, Brian Vasquez.
What a rude person.
It is funny.
And then he's saying, I have a perfect way to describe you. You trip over the stacks of 20s, 50s, and 100s to pick up the pennies. Thank you. I appreciate it.
Yeah, that's right. Of course.
A penny saved is a penny earned.
Oh, and I love my favorite are the ones who come in and they're like, these precious moments are worth so much money. What are you doing?
Or the Beanie Babies that you were making fun of. Just ridiculous. I feel like, so I saw the Thrifter Sifter did post a TikTok about Black Diamond VHS. That's a great opportunity. I should definitely do a do not buy Black Diamond VHS.
I've done it. If you want to go through my catalog of thousands.
Can I just post yours?
Did you watch the TikTok? Because he gave you good advice from Commonwealth Picker in the video.
He did, yeah. He talked about.
He said there are some black diamonds, and because he asked me, I'm like, hey, there's just like, don't overdo this because I'm already getting just burned alive in the comments on Facebook. But there are a couple of good black diamonds that you can make a little bit of money, including the Dumbo pink spine. But you gotta know.
Do you ever, when you go to like a JCPenney, do you just get mobbed at this point? You almost are at 300,000 followers on Facebook. If you're in like a JCPenney's or like outside of a
Joanne Fabrics, Joanne Fabrics,
Michael, like Joanne Fabrics, and then people are just
they're just throwing balls of yarn at him. I'm gonna catch you. Like make a lasso out.
Did you see
here, Sonny?
Did you see the video? I did a video one time. It was a pretty good video, actually. I bought a bunch of Dukes.
If you do say so yourself, yes.
Of course.
Yes, indeed.
And coming from Carrie, I better not say it. Okay.
Yeah, no, please.
We're in rural Virginia, right? I'm driving home, middle of nowhere, which I live in the middle of nowhere, so this is really the middle of nowhere. And somebody I buy coolers, ice chests, whatever, old igloo ones, and they don't sell for much, $15 plus shipping. Right? I buy them for $1. And some girl has this giant rope with a cooler tied around it. And I'm walking up to the sale, and she's like pulling it in like a fishing line. I'm like, is this person fit? And so I'm like, hey, this person knows how to fish for Commonwealth Picker. Greatest video. Dave's not listening.
No, I was listening.
I followed social cues and I realized he was looking for a laugh there, so I gave it to him.
He did, yeah. That was not a real Carrie laugh. I can make Carrie do a real laugh.
That is
real
true.
laugh.
It's from the belly, not the mind.
It is, yeah.
The belly laugh.
I'm not good at hiding. I'm not good at acting. We'll put it that way.
Did you finish Mighty Ducks yet?
Just voiceovers.
Yeah, just the voiceovers.
Did you finish Mighty Ducks, the show?
I have not. I just watched that first episode.
All the viewers keep saying like they want more Mighty Duck content. Even though Kevin tried to stop us.
I'm going to commit to watching at least one more episode, and we'll talk about episode 2. I'm a little bit upset that Emilio's not in the second season. It's kind of a little discouraging.
Dude, worry about tomorrow when tomorrow comes. Today has a great season for you.
Okay.
That's wisdom from the NC Picker.
Kevin's
actually crying, guys. I know you can't see it.
I know.
Yeah. Kevin's actually still growing his beard.
Yeah, are you growing? I was going to say, are you growing a beard, Kevin?
Day 33.
There's no hair.
Just like a baby's bottom.
So can we talk about Facebook a little bit? We can't really talk much about it.
Sure. I don't know. You can talk about whatever you want.
I just want to say this,
I was going to talk about free shipping versus calculated shipping.
See that we were talking about that earlier, and that's why I got screwed over with that clock, right? If I had just done calculated shipping, it wouldn't have been an issue, but I did free. And actually, all my calculated shipping seems to be more expensive. This is how you get the latest news, guys. I think rates went up. I don't know, but it seems like they did.
So, a good little trick that I don't ever share. So just the three of us.
Just us.
I purposely
thousands of others.
If I'm trying to beat the competition on a particular item, I'll take that. If I'm doing calculated shipping on it and it's like 6 pounds, I'll cut it down to 4 pounds, but still be calculated shipping, and it'll get you that sale. I mean, obviously you're getting less money. It's not a super secret, but I undercut my own prices.
So you're covering some of the shipping costs yourself, or you're defrauding the postal service?
No. I'm covering it. So I firmly believe that's only if you do calculated shipping.
I do that sometimes.
That the psychology of shipping. I know it's because my dad's like this, and I don't think he listens to this podcast. I don't know. Maybe he does. And he will not buy something because the shipping price is too high, regardless that you can get it $3 cheaper if you bought the higher shipping cost than that. He won't buy it
free shipping
just the more than the free ship, right? You can do $100 free shipping, or you can do $50 plus 25 shipping, and 25 shipping is too much. I'm telling you, there's a psychology to it. And so I think there is a place for free shipping. But you know what? Let's talk about Facebook.
Well, Carrie, you can go.
No, here's the thing. This is why I'm always plus shipping. It's because I've always done best offer for years and years. And I found if I have an item at $20 free shipping or $20 plus shipping, I'm still getting that $10 offer. So I might as well have them. I haven't got less sales, and now people are paying for the shipping when they're getting a deal, because I do best offer. If I didn't do best offer, I might consider free shipping, but that's why I do it.
I only do free shipping when it's an item that I already know the exact cost, or relatively the exact cost of shipping, and it's just built in. But I think I do probably 20% of my sales are free shipping. I know that's not popular out there, but 20%.
So what you're saying is that if people don't do free shipping, they're a bad reseller?
Nope.
That's what you're saying.
I'm saying my items.
They're a lesser reseller. Is that what you're saying?
You're getting a neck tattoo that says free shipping only, right?
Is that going to be your first tattoo?
Right there.
We should all get our first tattoos of the same
We should
thing,
trash to cash. That's right. We need
Carrie gets plus shipping. Kevin gets free shipping, and I get no profit.
I don't do free shipping. Did you?
But it's going to be KNOW. Profit.
There you go.
Boom.
No profit. I love it.
No profit.
20% of my items.
I'm just going to get a plus sign and a ship, like the emoji of a ship. That's what I'm doing.
And plus then, ships.
I like it. I don't know. I forgot what I was going to say. I'm really sad because it was really valuable.
Facebook.
No, it wasn't the face. I decided not to talk about the Facebook thing. I'm working. Let me say this. I'm working with this company who's supposed to get me set up on Facebook, and they've been flaking out on everyone, and I'm very nervous they're going to flake out on me. And
Carrie knows how to flake out on people.
Yeah, on meetings.
Kevin has to be careful with this because he's working with this company. He can't He can't say anything.
You're putting him in a I don't want to be derogatory. I just like want to know what's happening. Him in a place, they haven't been responding to me. It's weird. I don't know. Sketchy.
I'm just saying.
We won't say the company name, but
you had Mercari. You have Mercari, 2 Mercari ads. I'm still waiting for my first Mercari ad.
No, they've never written me back on the Mercari ads, so that's vaporware as well. Whatever.
It's vaporware.
Yeah, vaporware.
Mercari. You know, you're giving out these free advertises, right?
Oh yeah, I shouldn't even say the M word.
That's true.
The M word.
I'm sorry. I will say there's an awareness issue on that company, like because everyone I talk to about it is like, "What is that?" Like, there's a lot of people.
I don't care what anybody says. You look everywhere I look. There's a Poshmark ad, or I don't see as many Mercari, but there's a Poshmark ad every 3 seconds. Do you all see them everywhere?
No,
not really.
Most of my ads are for.
Used to be in the pandemic. The Tanya.
I get a lot of romantic novel ads.
Do you ever get the people that complain about your ads? Carrie doesn't to watch YouTube.
Yeah,
so. Dave, do you ever have any?
Yeah, during the political race, I got a ton of complaints about you.
Yep, I did too.
There was so many ads was the problem. Like they weren't complaining about the political stances. It was just like people were investing so much money in YouTube ads during like the election that it was like if you weren't like specifically placing your ads, which I don't, I just turn on monetization,
I know that.
let it do its thing.
That's not a good idea.
I don't even know how to do that. How to place an ad. I don't even know.
I don't either.
That means.
Kevin knows how. Kevin's like,
no clue.
I just kind of
not joking.
To give me a call.
Okay, I will.
Yeah.
I really don't know how to do that.
Well, he only uses his phone too.
It just gives me 3 choices: mid-roll, post-roll, pre-roll, and then like something else. That's all. It doesn't give me any other options. I'm using my phone.
Carrie just puts them all on.
Yeah, why not? Max it out.
Speaking of, so did you get people saying, you're a Trump supporter, don't put this stuff.
I didn't get that.
Biden supporter,
No.
And, I got both because I'm like,
I didn't get that.
You determine what ads
you can't control
watch.
the ads.
I don't determine what ad you watch.
Yep.
Well, that's the same thing with that guy that's trolling my videos. Like I told, those 3 different all caps angry comments I just read were all on different videos. So he hates me, but he keeps watching additional videos. Like if you don't like me, why are you watching me?
Hate watching is a real thing, though. There's a lot of people who hate watch all of us. I'm sure.
Weird.
I mean, seriously,
I hate watch.
There is.
I hate watch.
Yeah.
You hate watch Carrie?
No, Dave.
I know he does.
Kevin, don't pretend you watch me.
I know, it's all right. Dave stole my stick that I stole from Shed Flips.
Carrie watches my show every once. I don't believe Dave watches my show.
I've watched your show a lot. Not in the last month.
Just
I haven't
to
watched
see what to
hardly
steal.
anyone. No,
you haven't watched mine, man.
I haven't watched any or like hardly any YouTube in the last month because I've been so busy. But Kevin's show I watch a lot. Carrie's I watch because it's so Carrie releases so little that I can catch it all. Like it's an episode
like a Pokemon
2 a week.
Yeah, episode of. Have you been doing 2 a week still?
I haven't done one this week yet. I just got my new GoPro. I'm excited about that. I have videos to do. I just need to do voiceovers.
I just sold something that doesn't sell. Have you ever done a video about webkins don't sell?
I sell webkins all the time.
Did you sell a webkin?
Okay. I did. I sold a webkin.
You can get some really good webkins.
Depends on which ones, right?
Yeah. I sold one for $30, which is good for webkins.
Yeah, that's really good. I just sold one for 11 plus shipping. Shipping.
My friend Brandon, who we've talked about 3 episodes in a row, Kevin,
I know,
went and bought a GoPro because he wants to compete with you.
Oh,
yeah, you better watch out. Better watch out. Better not pout.
When was the last time you personally shipped something, Kevin? Because I know you have like 17 people working.
That's a good question.
24 hours a day right now.
About 10 minutes before we came upstairs. I ship the majority of things we sell on eBay. What you see people shipping.
Does that mean you tell people to ship it, or you ship? Like
I actually package and ship 95% of the stuff we sell on eBay. 95%.
Did you guys see I posted our Emmy Award on the channel today?
No.
You didn't look at our community page on Trash to Cash?
I can't say that.
I don't even know how to use
Did we have a community?
Yeah, we have a community page, and we won an Emmy. You guys
we need to get some merch then, y'all. I'm telling you, the trash can. All right, tell us in the comments, y'all. What should
we
be
have
the merch?
41 likes, 41 likes, and 6 comments on our Emmy.
So, I just want to thank the Academy. I had no idea we were up for consideration.
Hey, that was
the first comment, Kevin. You'll like this. The first comment. Does anyone know of a good bubble wrap company? Okay, what about Phoenix Resale?
All right, he did a. I was a little offended, to be perfectly honest with you, because I didn't get anything. But a while back, he did he sent out awards to different people. The best reselling show. I don't even know what they were, but they were pretty funny, and it was brilliant. It was a really good way to get a shout out from all these channels, right? And it helped him grow his channel.
Oh, I didn't know that. And you didn't win one?
I didn't.
I won one. I won the Best Not Kevin Award. So take that.
Okay.
Actually, wait, are you having a lemonade?
No, it was Turner was here. He needed me to open up a bottle.
Are you in the kitchen or are you outside? Have you been locked outside? Do you need anybody to call anybody? Or?
I'm in the kitchen.
Okay, I couldn't tell.
Dave's the one that needs somebody to call somebody.
Dave's down in a dungeon somewhere. Look at that. Dave's in the middle of the dark. I'm
so tired. I'm not on my A game tonight because I am just absolutely exhausted.
I didn't know there was an A game.
And I've been in the office all week, which is like kind of draining for other reasons. Boston,
because you have to work.
California, California people. California people like Kevin. And Carrie.
Well, you take the 405 to El Segundo. Yeah.
I got 4 calls from Salt Lake City today, Carrie. I thought it was you each and every time, and they were. One of them was a collect call, which I didn't think was still a thing, but it was like, well, you accept the call from John.
I want to do a collect call to each one of you and see what happens.
So
answer the phone, please.
So when somebody was in person, I'm sorry, go ahead, finish your story.
I was just gonna say it was all they left messages and they all said, "Hey, you just called me." So I think some auto dialer got a hold of my number and was calling Salt Lake City people. That was it. That was the end.
Salt Lake City people. So I gotta, when the Facebook thing happened where somebody was impersonating me, I called up Paul. And I'm like, Paul, I know you know some Russian mafia people. I know you do. I mean, Ukraine, you got to, right? He's like, I got some guys. I'll take care of it. And the next day, I got a call from Russia on my phone. I'm like, what? In Sweden? I'm like, what is this? I think he found somebody. I didn't pick up the phone.
He probably did
didn't pick up the phone.
Shout out to all the cold case people who are going to watch this video 4 or 5 years from now when Kevin gets pinned for some sort of murder that he didn't even do. Shout out.
But no, listen, if you hire the hitman, you're culpable. Is culpable a word?
Is that a word? It's coupable, but yes.
Coupable. You're such a logeric, Carrie. You're such a logeric.
A logeric.
Kevin, you wanted last time we had a show, you said you wanted to take a question from the comments. Did you actually do some homework and find one, or do I have to find one for you?
Yeah, that would probably be a good idea.
Not prepared, Kevin, once again.
A comment. The comment said, "Hey, that's a great idea, Kevin. My question is," but I can't remember what the comment was.
I do know what it was. It was Furlong Pole Treasures. And they said, "I live in Canada where the shipping is more expensive. And the more reasonably priced method of shipping to the USA, where most of my sales go, is not a tracked shipping method. With that said, my question is, how would each of you adjust to reselling on eBay if you lived in Canada?"
I would move.
Yeah,
I would not live in Canada.
No,
sorry.
Exactly.
Listen, I love Canada, guys, but I hate the cold. And I don't want to be in it.
I would get my closest copy, VHS copy of Strange Brew, and I would get in an RV, and I would just drive.
Isn't that like
until I
Fargo?
hit the blockade, and then Fargo is in America.
Fargo, North Dakota.
Yeah.
Listen, no, okay. So seriously,
territory.
like, if you're reselling out of Canada, I mean, I don't know. I would just ship it with the untracked method. I already do that for a lot of items. Media mail.
Could you just bring a bunch of packages over the border and ship from Buffalo or something?
Is media mail really tracked well?
I don't know about well.
They don't seem to put as much effort
I'll tell you,
into
it gets pretty beat up when it gets there.
It disappears all the time.
Do you do this? Look, if it's under a pound, if it's under 12 ounces, it depends on what they paid for some. I'm not even shipping it media mail. I'm going to ship it first class because the difference is, 50 cents, a buck, whatever. Yeah. Just ship it first class. Depends, right? If they paid $4, then maybe.
If you have a package that's like 16 ounces, 0.1, or just barely over a pound, are you taking some of those 12 to 15 stickers you have in there out of the package?
Whatever. I only put a couple in it. Whenever Matt sends me something, it's like 40 stickers. And I'm like, how do you? I'm
just kidding. There are some people who send a lot of stickers. I literally gave you my last sticker. That was the last one. I don't have any more stickers.
I need to get some. I'll order you some.
Honestly, though, to me, Canada's got Canada basically is the U.S., so you're gonna have to sell a bunch of stuff to the U.S. I mean, I'm just saying, it's got less people than California, right? So it might even have less people than L.A. County.
No.
But how many people are in LA County? I'm gonna
like 30 million.
I just know when I used to live there, we had 4 different state championships. We had Northern California State Championship, Southern California State Championship, San Diego, and LA had their own state championship.
Wow. Anyways, Canada, with their smaller population, I think it's 30 million, I think, in Canada. And LA County is 10 million. California is 40 million. So it's smaller than California. Like, imagine being in California and only selling to California. You'd be way less successful.
No, you
Back
wouldn't.
when
I think that's a huge reason for success in California because the shipping is so cheap and they're selling a ton of stuff to people in California.
But you don't think they'd earn more money by selling to the rest of the U.S.?
Oh, of course they would. Of course they would. But if you had to choose a place to be where you just sold in your state, it would be California.
California would be a
without
decent
a doubt, yeah.
Yeah, and I think, again, I just think that if you're in Canada, you have to ship to the U.S. I mean, maybe you just give customers the option of either A, you pay more and you get tracking, or B, you don't pay as much and you don't get tracking.
Unless you're just like all in on like Tim Horton merch, maple
David,
syrup,
Tim Hortons in Ohio,
and like Quebec Nordique gear. That's it. If you sell only that, you'll be okay.
Well, people in Alaska, there's a few, and I don't know their name right offhand. I should because I listen to them all the time. But
they're real people, and you should know.
Far North Reseller, is that
Hawaii and Alaska?
Anfisa?
That's what it is. So you have these people in these different places. How do you know that, Dave? You know nothing. You know this. All right.
I have weird gaps in my brain that I just hold on to weird things.
They find items that you can only find up there, and they sell them, and then they find items that you can that are just made perfect for flat rate shipping and stuff like that, and first class shipping, and they can do it because they've done it and they really know what they're looking for.
Honestly, I think like if they're like an expert Canadian reseller would kill it in the US if they got down here because it is tricky. I don't know how they do it. They're on Kijiji all day or whatever the heck their Craigslist is, and they're just finding stuff and somehow making money.
I got all of that right, Carrie. I got her channel name and her first name right. I'm like so impressed with myself right now.
I'm impressed too.
I don't think she listens either, guys. Go over to her channel, tell her to subscribe to the Trashy Cast podcast.
Thrift Beast CQ. Yep. And then there's one other one that I popped into a live one time, and they were like, "Oh my gosh, who's that?" I'm like, "Oh, sorry."
You got that name somewhere right behind your Lost Boys trivia question.
Let me tell you something. Somewhere there. Okay, so that just made me think of Kevin being a bit of an egomaniac, going to chats and talking, so people get like all, Kevin's here, Kevin's here.
That's the good thing.
I listen to so many that I never say a word in.
I do too.
Ever. I try to say something when I go into somebody who I'm trying to support, and that's when I do it. And it's tough because, I better shut up.
Listen, not everyone's a YouTuber that listens to the show. Most people aren't. But there's this weird thing with yard sale content where you go to the yard sale, you maybe do like a little tease about a good item you find, you do a little, a logo, and then you go right to the yard sale, and then it's you at the end wrapping up your video, Kevin behind your chicken coop or whatever. And a lot of people bail at that moment, right? They bail from the video at that moment. And so there's always this concern, like, I've heard this from people like, oh, NC Picker, yeah, I think I've seen your videos. I don't really ever see your face though. Right, so I had this idea like, okay, now see, I think Josh does it really well. Josh Harry Tornado, like he puts his face at the beginning of every video, and then he goes to his thrift store or whatever. Carrie puts his face in a floating bubble or some crap like that. It's just awful.
That's cutting edge. That's cutting edge, guys.
That's the worst thing.
Welcome to the future.
Paul the Philly Flipper puts his whole entire body in green screen. There's a yard sale behind me. You can't see it, but here I am.
The floating head is literally just me trolling Paul.
So what I did, Kevin, is I took, you can do like a little icon in the bottom right hand of your videos, right? It's like your Commonwealth Picker logo or whatever in the bottom right. It's like your brand.
You made it your face.
I made it my face.
That's awful. It's terrible.
People have been complaining about it. So should I change it? The only reason I did it, I'm not an egomaniac. I just want them to know who they're watching. That's the only reason I did that.
Why was there this really sad Pillsbury Doughboy face in the bottom left-hand corner?
I wanted to find a way for people to know who I am. Like,
so it's an interesting concern because nobody cares about this but YouTubers. But I actually mentioned this to that company that we're not speaking about on Facebook. I'm like, listen. I said, I don't need much here. I just there needs to be a glimpse of my face somewhere in this video. Somewhere. And they're just like, what? Like, look, people, and it's not ego. People actually want to know. All they have to do is see it once in a while. And then they know who's talking. They feel like they know the person, but you don't know the person if you never ever see the face. And we're videotaping. I took somebody with me to 127 and had them when I met a viewer or something. I had them video me meeting the viewer, and then I just kind of splice it in there a little bit, and then they're like, "Dude, you're short."
Yeah, but our face is our brand. All right, so our face is technically part of our brand, and it's just like any company that Carrie sells out to, like they want the brand logo on his sellout content.
Well, American Bubble Boy, where's the brand here? I don't see
That's
it.
true. We got Dolce and Gabbana.
Logo,
Dolce and Gabbana. We got what's this one? Buc-ee's right here. You're like the Buc-ee's of the resellers, and then you're like sorry, I don't know where you are. You're like, I don't know,
Ward Cleaver,
the Cracker Barrel or something. I don't know.
Carrie, who is better reseller, you or Dawn?
Where's she at? She's there.
Dawn is going to be watching this, so Dawn is the better reseller.
Okay, wait. Let's rephrase this. Who's the better shipper?
Oh, Dawn. Oh my.
Who's better at finding things? Who's better at finding things at the thrift store?
You know, I know more than, to be honest, I know more than Dawn knows, but she's much more thorough.
Dawn, did you hear that? Shots fired.
She's much more thorough.
She's much more thorough, and she's.
I'm telling you, there needs to be thrift wars.
She'll be better than me at my time when she has done it as long as me. She'll be better.
If you aren't thorough enough and you get that itchy sensation, try Tuck's medical wipes.
Seriously, Tux owes us at least a couple $10-20 at this point.
Well, you spend more time on this than our real sponsor.
Guys, American Bubble Boy. Let me tell you a little bit about the bubble wrap they ship out. It gets to you lightning fast. It's the only bubble wrap I'll ever use if I decide to use it.
So, Carrie, you're going to have to read the copy for our real sponsors, I think, because you have that voiceover.
Now that I am the voice for
without the lisp.
I am the voice of Generations Federal Credit Union in Texas. Literally, somebody messaged me that today on Instagram.
They saw it?
They said,
I saw
literally
them. I saw it on Instagram.
Literally, somebody said, "Are you the voice of Generations Federal Credit Union?" I'm like, "Is this a joke? Somebody's trolling me."
I've got that with voices. I watch a show and I'm like, "That is the voice of that cartoon character." I'm watching like Perry Mason. I'm like, "That's the voice of that person on that movie."
My videos are like a boring Inception.
Carrie, are you getting residuals like every time they play it?
No, I got paid. I did get paid though up front, like $20s of dollars.
20s,
hundreds,
and you got a free Rollo
like over $100. I know that.
No, I did get over 100.
Rollo. They should be sponsoring this.
Yeah, I want to get Rollo to sponsor. I'm working on it, guys.
Is there anybody listening out there that still doesn't have a thermal printer? Comment down below.
Is there anybody listening anymore?
I'm getting an hour for free, so I'll have one.
Probably not.
Is anyone? Hello? Is anyone there?
I wanted to get one before I started my 11th year reselling. So
I can't believe you've been.
Dave, what did you say? 7 years? How many years, Dave? 7 years? Marriage? I mean, reselling.
It's shady. I've always done it as like a
that's
hobby,
right.
But
start, stop.
Yeah, start, stops. Yeah. Hardcore. I did it for like 4 years back in like the 2010 era.
Were you good at it back then?
No, I'm not now. Why would I be then?
That's what I'm saying. Like
I was worse then. So actually, okay. This just reminded me. Earlier we were talking about the psychological thing of free shipping, Kevin. Right? Yeah. Mm-hmm. I had a customer write me and said they won't buy my LOL surprise I'm selling because it's $9 and the priority mail shipping because £2 is $10. And they said I'm not going to pay more for shipping than the item.
So $20 free ship.
It's what it costs.
I'm telling you, and you got to pick and choose. You can't, because I don't think this is true of everything, and I'm not advocating for free shipping on everything. But on those items where the cost of the item and the cost of shipping is almost equal, I would do free shipping.
Maybe that's the problem with my pans.
Just because of that reason. You can't sell something for $4.99, $5 shipping.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, it doesn't work. I mean, it works, but
this is a reselling tip from Kevin, and it might be a good one because I've got all those pans I'm not selling. I've got them listed for like $10, 10 shipping. Maybe if I just change them to $20 free shipping, I'd sell them.
Or just did $15, $5. Is he all right? Kevin's in the void. Oh, he's back.
Yep, there he is. Hey, Kev, where'd you go,
buddy? Hey, buddy.
We missed you, buddy. Hey, bud. Oh, he's gone.
He's gone.
Dude, the podcast seems better all of a sudden. What's going on?
Oh, I know. It's almost like I can.
Carrie, I turned off my store till February 25th. Okay, so no one can buy anything from me till then. I'm not going to have a house, right? So I've sold this house in like 5 minutes. I got like a ridiculous amount of offers. It's like my best flip of my life, guys, this house. I bought it in foreclosure, and I'm going to make a little hefty sum, if you know what I mean. And yeah, I'm excited about that. But I sold the house. They're closing in like a week or two. All right, so I'm gonna have no house really soon, and the Florida house isn't closing for a week or two. So I'm headed down there, gonna stay with my mom. Actually, I'm gonna stay in the backyard in the pop-up camper until I actually close on this new house and I can actually, have a place
So
to
what's
live.
gonna happen with your flipper videos? Because I know you were gonna cut down on your flipper videos because you're moving.
I've been doing 2 a week. Yeah, I've been doing 2 a week, and I've got them scheduled out till next Monday. I've got one scheduled for tomorrow, one scheduled for next Monday. And I've been recording this kind of whole happening here to make and I actually did pull 4 orders in it. So I'm pulling 4 orders and then just kind of, chatting about the move in next Thursday's video. And then the next one should be Monday, which I should hopefully be ready to actually pull orders and do a new flipper video by then. So
just
really, it's not bad.
Just do a sit-down video. What's wrong with the flippers in this day and age? Why we suck or something?
Speaking of Adam Tabasco, he actually left a comment on our YouTube podcast. Do you know who Adam Tabasco is?
No.
Carrie might. Really, Carrie?
Adam Tabasco is his name?
Yeah.
Is that his real name?
That's his real name, and
I sold a Tabasco clock the other day.
Adam, they don't know who you are. I know who you are, Adam, but I'm not going to tell them. He left a review that says Carrie rocks. I'm not sure who the other 2 guys are. I'm really just here to listen to Carrie. And comment down below if you know who Adam Tabasco is.
Is it Sean? I don't know who it is.
I don't want to dox him and give out his YouTube channel name, but whatever. We'll talk about it offline. So he's laughing right now, though. I'm sure.
So where did you go, Kevin? Are you all right, man?
Oh, just how it is.
He has to take his heart pills every hour. You know how it goes.
You
gotta keep the pacemaker going.
Exactly.
There is one good thing about a picker channel where you don't show your face is you could do this till you're 70, whatever. It's like as long as you're not, limping along.
I literally sent something to Dave, and he almost revoked my text message privileges because there's a guy on TikTok who wears a lucha libre mask and just tells it like it is about reselling.
If you resellers want to step on the lucha libre.
No, I thought if it was done in a better way, it could have been a good idea. No offense to that guy. I'm sure he's a nice guy.
What was the topic? It was something about complaining about best offers.
But I'm like, why you couldn't just show your face and do that? It wasn't that.
Well, it was so ironic, Kevin, because he was complaining about something that had to do with hiding your identity, and he was hiding his identity. That's why you sent it to me, Carrie.
Yeah, I thought you'd like it. You didn't dig it. You were very not. You were probably stress eating. I
blocked him.
That's true.
All right, Kevin, what were you gonna say? Go.
I have no idea.
Ah, dude, the freaking you gotta take your brain pills.
No, it was.
Well, how about something about reselling? How about this, guys? 4th quarter's almost here. Do you think our sales...
Order your boxes?
Do you think sales are going to increase, or are they going to stay the same, or does it matter, or does it not matter? Does anything matter?
7
are we
boxes.
Even here? Are we even here, guys?
I got my number 7s in finally.
How did you just get them? I got them in December.
Dude, I'm telling you. Well, first of all, now the lady at the post office hates me, so that's probably it. I'm so nice to those people. I mean, I give them stuff at Christmas, for goodness sake.
Is she a new hire? Maybe she's never gotten one of the
gifts. Oh, yeah, she's new.
Gifts.
She's definitely new.
I don't think they consider an Enaman a gift. You got to give them a Starbucks gift card or something they want.
Carrie's talking about 16.1 ounces on something, back in the day, I put some, because, different scales weigh different amounts of money. There was a lady who worked at a post office that used to drop off out, and man, I'd get stuff all the time. It got sent back to me. Not even upcharged. I'm like, dude, what in the world? You gotta be kidding me. And I'd weigh it, and it weighed exactly what I thought it did. But now I'm afraid to put something in there. It's even close. It'll all.
You might have to travel 30, 40 miles to a different post office. Drop your stuff off.
That's what I travel to get to this one. What are you talking about? No, I don't.
Kevin, what's the ETA on the Commonwealth Cabin 2.0?
I was going to make a call today. I've told you what I've done. This is embarrassing, but I'm trying to tell you. I think that somebody should sponsor this. I answer 5 questions.
Pull your mic off your shirt.
I answer 5 questions a day about where did I get my shed from? How big is the shed? Where'd you get it from? Can you get whatever? I'm just like, I don't even tell people. Isn't there just
shed shops everywhere? You just
Google, but they're not all built, and there's builders who build them and then send them out to different places. And I'm like, somebody should. I need an affiliate link.
Seriously,
what if you just build a unattached 2-car garage size structure? That'd be cool.
That's a lot of money.
Well, what if you just used all your
Just
riches?
get some lumber and some tin foil. That should be good enough.
I have a plan, Dave. My plan, I shouldn't say it. My plan is when I'm too old to do this, next year. I'm going to
when you're at your retiring age. Social Security's finally coming in.
And we'll do it for charity or whatever. I'll take a hat, a Titleist hat, and I'll sign it. We'll put it, and it goes for crazy money. By the way, the old Enderman is going for over $100 again. Just FYI.
Whoa. Nice.
Yeah. I'm like right now.
That's what's getting auctioned off.
Anybody want this for $90? I'll sell it right now.
And Dave's giving them away over there. Oh, that's the other one. I'm like, what if I auctioned off this cabin?
Ooh.
What if I auctioned off
delivery would be tough.
Well, okay, but you limit your audience to who's going to do free shipping. That's right. No, you take care. There, if you're going like within 50 miles, you can usually find a person around you to do about $150 to $200 to drop off a shed, pick up, drop off a shed.
Okay.
Oh,
so
I swear,
a little bit more to put more in there.
If you can get that cabin to me, I will start a brand new parody Commonwealth account.
I want to see it.
I won't mention who I am. I mean, everybody will know it's me.
Old school picker. Yeah, old school picker. I think's getting a shed in. The shed army. Everybody's copying Lonnie. I copied Lonnie. Everybody
Seriously.
copied
Lonnie. You get a big enough doghouse, you can store stuff.
We talked about this last week. But I really liked the idea of doing like a storage container, shipping container. But I looked it up, and the new town I'm going to, it's not allowed. You're not allowed to have one in your yard.
Because of gates.
Canada.
Yeah. Kevin, you could, I'm sure, because you kind of have acres and acres and rolling fields. And
Actually, there are still limits. It's agriculture. You can only put so many buildings on, a couple, every 3 acres or whatever. You can only do so many that have electric.
So you're limited to like 4
because I really did. I joke about a bed, but I really wanted to turn a cabin into like a – because, a lot of people come by and visit or pickers will come in and whatever, and I want to charge them.
I'm actually outside right now.
Yeah, exactly. I'm pretty sure, You did give Dave an invite because he's temporarily homeless.
I did offer the shit. Dante, Prison to Profit, one time came up, and I'm like, dude, where are you staying tonight? He's like, oh, I'm not. I'm just driving. I'm like, you're driving? Aren't you going to sleep? I'm like, dude, just stop. I mean, we had to play, I didn't offer him my house, but.
So, Kevin, what I was saying when your computer broke there, or your phone broke. Well, you got a computer. I don't know why you're not using it yet. But anyways, when your phone broke, I was talking about how my house sold really fast, right?
Mm-hmm.
We got many offers because that's just the market in North Carolina. Like everyone gets
everywhere.
Offers. And so we got 18 offers. The offer I selected was
I wanted to talk about best offer. Keep going.
Was not the highest offer, but they wrote a really nice note about how much they loved the garage and how they wanted to start a side hustle. And I was like, I gotta sell to this.
He literally didn't take the best offer because
people buy
some suck up.
I guarantee some people down there. You seriously didn't take the best offer because of that?
It was the second best. Well, they also offered cash, so it wasn't the most money, but it was a 2 week
Cash is nice. 2 week.
Cash is nice.
Wow.
Cash is king.
Yeah, that's very
Cash
nice.
is king.
Very nice.
Versus a 45-day close, which had a little more money on it.
You buy this is my second house that I've bought with reselling in mind. Yep. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You didn't buy that house with reselling in mind?
This one, no, but the next one, yes.
Yeah, and I went and I looked at 3 houses, and the one I decided it was the second best reselling house. And this might come as a shock, but it had the best internet of the 3. The best signal for a cell phone, not internet, but cell phone signal.
I know that area. My friend who lives near Kevin used to bring his PlayStation and all his computers down to my house when he came to visit so he could connect them to my internet and download updates for all his stuff.
Oh, wow.
Like, that's how bad the internet is where Kevin is.
Best offer. Do you ever complain about best offer? I hear people all the time. And I don't complain. If somebody sends you an offer, it's like, I might delete it or ignore it, but I don't make a big issue of it and complain.
I don't get offended by it,
because you offend people giving them offers.
Here's the thing.
On your videos all the time.
I buy stuff for $1 all the time. How on earth could I have the gall to complain about anybody trying to lowball me?
Yeah, I totally agree. I see it everywhere, especially on Instagram. It's everywhere. They're like, "Oh, look at this offer." Delete.
I see it on like people do Poshmark screenshots complaining about offers.
Yeah, well, Poshmark.
Just don't accept them. It's that simple. Move on.
And
do Instagram videos of Dawn picking through plushes like I do.
That's right.
It's better content.
Dude, you had a bit of a hit on TikTok where Dawn was walking towards you with all that armload of stuff.
Yeah, that was a visual, dude. That the visual is very. A lot of people in there thinking we're terrible people.
You are. Yeah.
They don't realize how many we need to do a video. I know, but how many of those get thrown out? They're every day they're going through with trash cans throwing them, like literally. So
I did a video, Better Me Than Goodwill. I've done it twice, I think, and I want to do a T-shirt of it. But I had a lady just get on there, and it was awful because she had some kind of handicap or something, and she's just like, "You're an awful human being. I donate to Goodwill because they give people like me jobs, and you don't give any, whatever." She knows who I am. She has no idea. But how do you respond to that? I mean, first of all, she's got some kind of handicap, but I was like, man, Goodwill is not a good charity. It just isn't. I'm sorry. It is.
Savers is bad. Savers is bad too. I don't think they donate any or next to none of the money goes to. And of course, I'm saying this with no actual knowledge, so don't sue me, Savers. But I don't think
you want to sponsor us.
Yeah, I don't think they're donating much money, and I think it's for profit, which it should be. I don't think it's a bad thing, and they're not saying they do.
No.
But
Goodwill's charity is creating jobs.
Yes, same with
that's with every business in America. Last time I checked,
it's true.
Right?
Yeah, that's true.
I mean, it's for different people. I go into Goodwill, and I see normal people in there, and I'm not trying to be critical, but there's job training. They're training people for jobs too. I get that, but I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. Tell me I'm wrong.
I don't know why Kevin's got to be so critical all the time. Right?
Everybody, just let Kevin know he's wrong down in the.
All I'm saying is, I think there's if you're going to give, if you're going to make money off of Goodwill and you want to give to charity, there's tons of great charities out there that I think are extremely effective for all kinds
Kevin's
of different
Buy
people.
Me a Shed.
It's true.
No,
webpage.
Not like Buy Me a Shed. You're an awful human being.
Support a cause. Support a cause.
Exactly.
Kevin, this is just like the people who hate watch my content. You chose to be on this podcast. Like, you knew what you were in for. No one can be held accountable but you. Now, back to our sponsor, Tux Medicated Wipes.
The medication part is what I love.
Yeah, it's like a soothing sensation, and it's
like
not all sticky.
Aloe vera.
Yeah.
Just a hint of mint.
Dave,
Yes,
your wife just sent me a message, said it's time to end this.
Dude, she probably does want me to end this because I have to go pack.
The viewers want you to end this, I think.
I think you're wrong, Kevin. The comments, every single time the comments prove Kevin wrong.
Every video goes
supporting
up
us.
in views, up on all the podcasts, everything's
seriously,
going up.
our
It's amazing.
podcast is a big deal right now in a very small segment of the world.
Yeah.
I think if we did a Kickstarter of like 40 minutes of Kevin squirming, we'd make a fortune.
That's true. That's
People
really
want to
the whole
watch
point. Everybody loves it. He's always computing how far can I push it, how much of my true self can I let out, and then he has to...
his inner monster. Yeah, look at that uncomfortable face. Anyways, thank you guys for watching. This has been the Trash to Cash podcast, and we're gonna end it on a high note. Hey to Kevin's dad.